Justin Verlander through the years. You saw a clip from his rookie season. You see clips from throughout his Tiger tenure, which evidently is going to come to a close after this season. One more thing today, Justin Verlander announcing on the same day he got the commissioner's selection to the All-Star game that he's going to retire at the end of this season. These are the oldest players in Tiger's history. Huey Jennings, who had a marvelous career at 49 years old. Deacon McGuire, who your son is named after.
Yeah, not
40,
quite, but
48 years, 182 days. And
Kenny
then
Rogers is a big one. JV,
Yeah.
that was his protege. Kenny Rogers, then to Bird. That's like 4 decades of baseball between the two of them.
it's handing the baton from generation to generation. When you see the guys who played the most seasons with the Tigers, JV's not going to get there, but 14 years is quite a long time. Al Kaline, Ty Cobb, 22 years. JV, though, I mean, he's going to end up playing 2 decades plus in Major League Baseball. What he always wanted, and you know this as well as anybody having played with him, he always wanted to be the guy with longevity.
Right. That was big to him. He wanted to be first All-Star. He wanted to get recognized as the best pitcher in baseball, but pitch for a long time, and he's done just that.
21 years in Major League Baseball for Justin Verlander, and congratulations to him. He says he's going to come back and pitch this year, and he's dedicated to doing that. Springs and Melton, first pitch next.
Introducing
Tigers baseball is presented by Figer Law. Sort of a hazy sunshine tonight on a humid night once again here at Comerica Park. Fielder Ath, 88 degrees.
Wide receiver, Ath.
Wide receiver Ath. The wind is kind of swirling a little bit today as Troy Melton takes to the mound. Tigers starting pitcher presented by Wallside Windows. Andy, he has been phenomenal since coming back from injury.
Yeah, really good stuff. The velo has been there since coming back. The fastball running up like 97, 98 miles an hour at times with the four seam. The cutter has got so much movement at 94, 95 miles an hour. It's almost like a cut slider at times. You see guys swing through that pitch. The slider's been unbelievable, but this is a team that's a good fastball hitting team. So Troy knows he's going to have to mix his pitches with the split, with the curveball to be effective.
He's going to face this starting lineup for the Athletics here today out of West Sacramento. They're 10th in the league in home runs, 115 of them, 8th in on-base percentage. And this is slugging against those cutters that you were talking about. Zach Geloff had a massive June. He's leading off in the game once again. Cortez, the left-hander in the 8th spot, has hit righties very well this year, and right-handed cutters specifically in some short time. But it's right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
The Marchand lineup.
Mark Kotze, drum major, has the Athletics with the same record now as the Tigers. You look at those wild card standings. You're a game or two away from being 1 or 2 teams away.
Until you're in the you're almost in the conversation.
Very much
That's
so.
what you want to be. You want to be talked about. Let the press talk about you.
First pitch from Troy Melton is grounded to shortstop. Zach McKinstry pressed into early duty. He makes the play, and there's one away, giving Andy Dirks the chance to give you the Tigers defense, brought to you by Mary Grove Awnings.
See a little change. There's a lefty on the bump for Ath today. You got Green in left, Vierling in center, Malgeri in right, McGonigal, McKinstry, Lee, Torkelson, and Dingler, which is the preferable lineup against the left-handed starter for A.J. Hinch.
Andy, we could see a bunch of what we just saw in this game. The Athletics came into this series 2nd in baseball in first pitch swing. Troy Melton lives and breathes in the strike zone early in counts.
Yeah, you know they're aggressive. And that's why Troy's going to be smart with how he uses his pitches early in counts.
Ground ball to first. I mean, you could put 60 minutes in the meter and be pretty good for a few innings here. We'll see. That's 3 pitches and fewest pitches per inning this year with a minimum of 5 starts. It's a bunch of guys who've made more than 5 starts on that list, but Troy Melton is the leader of the pack.
Yeah, because he's in the zone all the time, and with that cutter's designed to get under the barrel to the lefties. You see a ground ball right there from Nick Kurtz. It's soft contact. It's an easy out.
There's Langoliers to take a strike on a slider, 0-1, and just when you think you know you're going to get a fastball on the first pitch, he spins a really good first pitch breaking ball.
And that's the way they've approached Langoliers. Keep it away from him. Pitch him backwards for the most part. Start him off with all speed and breaking balls. Fastballs late in the count, up in the zone. Because this guy has hit so many fastballs for homers, Jason. It's like you give him a 2-0 heater. We saw it last night. Drew Anderson had him in a 2-1 count. He threw a fastball. He smoked it up the middle. Like, he is a good fastball hitter in a fastball count.
It's a fastball in to shove him off the plate, and you would imagine that that would pair well with a breaking ball away from him.
Only if you read that book, Pitching 101. Some guy wrote it in like 1901.
1-2 is a splitter that he dragged. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Always up and in hard, soft low and away. That has always been a good combo.
Two-two fastball, line drive right field. That's Malgiri to make the catch. 2 minutes 30 seconds, top of the first. You enjoy it? Tigers batting order presented by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. This is age at Justin Verlander debut. Matt Vierling was 8. Kevin McGonigal was 10 months old. Zach McKinstry at least might have made his own lunch every once in a while at 10.
Yeah.
That's great.
Z-Mac was up there.
When Justin Verlander was drafted, Kevin McGonigal wasn't born.
No.
Wow. Jeffrey Springs, first pitch, ball 1. A lot of homers allowed by Springs, 24 of them.
Yeah, you see the four seam. He's got a low approach angle. Just looking at it, it looks like that fastball, he comes across his body, but it's a little flat. Hitters tend to like that, to get it up in the air. He works a changeup and a slider, but pretty simple arsenal. Doesn't strike out a ton of guys. Around the zone, in the zone.
So what you said off the top of the show, how important it is for the Tigers right-handers to do what they do, is paramount in this game.
For sure. Get the ball up on the pull side. Get it up in the air on the pull side. He gives up a lot of fly balls. He's a fly ball pitcher. It's time for the Tigers righties to do some damage.
This is Matt Vierling's 8th start leading off this year. His OPS is actually, for his season number, it's his best spot for the year, 739 in the 1 position.
Generally, and when you lead off, you get more fastballs. People come at you.
There's one inside 3-2. I was going to say Jahmai Jones is 8th, which is rare for with a left-hander on the mound. AJ kind of trying to ease him back into the lineup spot-wise. 3-2. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. The neutralizer to right-handers, 1 away. So Dylan Dingler has gotten a reputation across Major League Baseball as being able to hurt you. Last year, he saw 66% first pitch strikes. He's seeing the 6th largest drop in first pitch strikes across the league.
Yeah, he hit some homers. Pitchers think twice before just grooving one in there.
First pitch here is a fastball, strike 1. Teams are looking for answers on both Dingler and McGonigal. I mean, that's a borderline strike, probably in the zone on the first pitch, but it's not super hittable. Now he'll duck a cutter.
And this is what you see against guys with power. Pitchers trying to be perfect. They lose the grip. They throw more balls out of the zone that are ball out of hand. And you'll see when guys with power get behind in the count, they tend to work themselves back into it fairly quickly, as the pitcher does not want to throw the ball over the plate. So he starts off 0-1 right there. Ball not even close. That one's ball out of hand, started away, and now he's back in a 2-1 count. It's because these pitchers know that they have to be precise, and if they're not, and they throw that ball over the middle of the plate, they can get hurt.
And then you have a top of the order that's just less pitchable than it was in May. It's a deeper lineup when Dingler takes the level up and McGonigal gets added and Riley Green does what he does. And Colt Keith homered in the first inning yesterday. It's just a
Z-Max hit the ball much better.
That's right. That's another piece of this.
That's a huge part of it. As you can lengthen out the lineup, we talked a lot when that 7, 8, 9. Usually once you get to 6 and beyond, if you can't stack some at bats together in those spots, it's a pretty easy day for a pitcher. They can get in a rhythm, they get in a groove, and they can cruise.
Little tapper, third base side. That's a catcher that can run, and he is safe. And the ball goes whistling back toward the tarp and kicks off the sidewall. It's 2 bases for Dylan Dingler.
Gayoff kind of messed up his footwork coming into the ball. Watch him right here. He kind of stutter steps, gets a weird angle at it, and has to throw from a submarine position. Right there, you see he kind of stumbles coming back across himself. And that does not set him up for a nice throw. Throws it way up the line. So instead of just giving him 1 bag, Jason gives him 2. He was probably going to be safe. Looked like, did Kurtz get hurt on that play?
They're looking at him. He lost his glove.
All right. So it's up the line. Did he run into Dingler? Because if there's a guy I wouldn't want to run into first,
It's a polar bear.
yeah, it's a big old polar bear. So this is a dangerous play when you reach across. Oh, it just clipped his glove. Must have hyperextended his wrist a little bit. Yeah, just caught the end of the glove on the shoulder.
Yeah, he just kind of turnstiled the hand a little bit.
It didn't look like Dingler was shying away from any contact there.
I mean,
He's not a guy that would.
no, you know, George Carlin used to do the bit about how it's not the quiet ones you have to watch, it's the really loud ones. If it is the quiet ones you have to watch, Dylan Dingler is that guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him filling the gap if I was a halfback.
Doesn't look like Springs has a whole lot of interest in throwing anything inside to McGonigal, speaking to the point of the fastballs you made in the open. Back-to-back breaking balls, 2-0 now. And Kevin does not fire. It's a slider, 3-0. Look, when you see left-on-left fastball leaderboards, Kevin McGonigal is on it. This is in the American League. He's tied for 2nd. The scouting report will follow you.
Right. It also shows that they think he can do damage. Because now you just threw yourself into having to face a righty when you had a lefty at the plate, and it shows the respect that Kevin McGonigal's earned across the league. You throw him a 4-seam in there, he can hurt you, and not just hurt you with a single. Because you would think with a righty up behind you, they're going to come to you. Once you go 2-0, he's going to come to you, but they threw a slider.
Just take a step back on that, though. He's 3 months into his career. He's getting pitched like an all-star because he is one.
Right.
2 on, 1 out, Torkelson. Change up for a strike. We're getting a bit of a flavor of how Springs feels about his fastball against this Tigers lineup. He is very early throwing everything but in key spots. There's a cutter inside. Ball and a strike on Torque. Tigers came into today 11-4 when they hit a first inning home run, but this team has been much better when they take the early lead.
That's been a trend for the last couple of years.
Stack your bullpen, stack your pinch hitters. That was a 4-seamer from Jeffrey Springs. It's 1-2. It's 44% his last 14 starts, and part of the reason he shied away from it, it's gotten hit pretty good.
Yeah, you see that average is high, slugging's high. Get up a lot of long balls on it. But you can see Torque right there defending against that changeup. When you throw it 79, he's going to analyze the pitch just to take longer. so he doesn't get out in front and chase the changeup down. But when you do that, the fastball gets on you quicker. And you saw right there, just kind of fighting that fastball off, thinking about that changeup.
That one's way outside, and Springs may have had the feel for torque sitting on the changeup, so he wanted to stay away from the zone with it, and he pulled it.
Try to make it too precise. I like it when pitchers try to nibble, because then they start throwing misser middles.
You don't want a middle nibble.
No, you do not. And in a 3-2 count, this is not necessarily a fastball count. You got runners in scoring position. He does not want to just throw a fastball down the middle and see it get blasted. So he could very well throw either changeup or fastball here. Torque's got to stay in the middle of the field.
Oh, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. The bases are loaded for the Tigers, trying to detonate this game in the first inning. And here comes Scott Emerson, the A's pitching coach.
It's interesting, you know, the Tigers run him out of what he would normally do. So the scouting reports don't just throw four seams. He falls behind in counts trying to throw change-ups and sliders, Jay. And this is what happens when a scouting report comes in and it's not what he would normally want to throw.
Yep.
So he's trying to go against his natural tendencies to try to compete against a lineup that's proven that it can hit the lefty fastball very well. If you don't prove that, he can come in here and just throw his four seam all day.
Which leads to this at bat, because for left-handers, the pitch he throws most often is the slider. Springs throws it nearly half the time. Riley Green has 7 hits on sliders. Pitchers don't want to miss up, but he can hit it down left on left in what's been a breakthrough season for him against left-handed pitching. Bases loaded, 1 gone as the sun peeks out. It's a first pitch breaking ball.
Hang one of them things up here, it's going to get loud in this building.
That's a strike, and that's a challenge from Riley Green. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. He thought it was low. It is a ball by quite a bit.
Has 2 challenges remaining.
Plate umpire Alex McKay had it a strike. Riley Green is right.
This is where that ABS will not let a pitcher out of a jam easily, will it? It's like, nope, now it's 2-0 count.
Alex McKay is going out to talk to Springs. Oh, he's asking about whether or not he's in the windup or the set position. You have to declare so he knows what's a balk and what isn't in this circumstance. So which is it is what McKay went out to ask about. That's a miss. That's a challenge. ABS challenge powered by Figer Law. Is Langoliers right? Is this a strike? Nothing's a strike.
Sacramento has 1 challenge remaining.
He gave him the old Sacramento while he's at it.
Yeah, he did. He wanted it so bad for his pitcher. Langoliers is trying to do whatever he can back there to help his guy out, because this is a bind. This is where the hubcaps are loosening on the Chevy.
That's a strike, and in a rare turn of events, there's no challenge. It's 3-1.
He's still got to make one more pitch, then another pitch if this one lands.
3-1 hit by Green into right. That's down. It's a base hit, and the Tigers take the lead. 4 3-ball counts in 5 batters, and the Tigers have the advantage.
This is just putting it on a guy right here. After walking a couple, he comes in, knows Riley's dangerous, starts him out with a sweeper, goes down with the 4-seam. There was a challenge on that one. There was a challenge on the high one. Then he gets this fastball right here that's up and in at 91 mile an hour. And in a 3-1 count, Riley does a nice job getting the top hand to it to hit a line drive. Everybody gets to advance one base.
Now Hao-Yu Lee takes ball one. Jacob Lopez is the long man. He threw 3 innings yesterday. Here's the Home Depot working on a win. This is best first inning run differential this year. The Tigers are second in baseball and trying to pile on once again. Big chopper, third base, and Geloff comes home. They get the force, and that's all. Bases still loaded. 2 away from Algieri. .30 pitches in the first inning for Springs. Off speed and a strike. You saw Springs went out of the wind against Hao-Yu Lee. He's out of the wind here against Algieri after that discussion with McKay, the plate umpire. 0-1 is laced foul left side. 0-2, and now Springs is 1 pitch away from getting out of this. He was deep in the forest.
Yeah, his command was suspect. Looks like he's found it again.
Check swing. He did not.
It's a good take. We've seen that from Algieri. His ability to stick his nose in there and battle during an at bat. He's a competitive guy.
One, two. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 off the changeup. And the inning is over. Tigers pick up a run. Total running time of the Tigers portion, 15:08.
Time of possession, advantage Tigers.
A call Sam best call is the lowest ERA for a Tiger through 11 career starts since Mark Fidrich, since the Bird 50 years ago in 1976, in that magical summer which captivated America in an era where it was kind of tough to make regional stars. You know, there was that one Monday night baseball game where he was breathtaking and everybody latched on to Mark Fidrich, and rightfully so.
It was harder to go viral back in those days.
You would know. You're a viral sensation.
I didn't do much back in those days, Jay.
1-1, lifted to right field. Into the glove of Algieri for out number 1. So that's 4 outs for Troy Melton, all in the field of play and all pretty quick.
Yeah, he's just attacking the strike zone. He's got late movement on his pitches. The cutter moves about that last third of the way to home plate. Looks like a 4-seam, cuts in on the hands. Does a nice job with the 4-seam, can ride it up. Throws hard. Doesn't hurt anything. Late movement, though, that's where you get off the barrel.
That's a second time that something clanged off of Dylan Dingler in the last 2 days.
Looked like he got him on the bare hand, too. That's not fun at all.
So it's bat and Dingler this time. It was body then Dingler last night.
Right on top of the thumb. That one right there is going to sting. Hurt a while. I just hope that everything with Dingler's okay, and it's going to do the squeeze test, see if he can open it up. What happens there in that thumb joint, you get swelling, and it's hard to grab a baseball. It's hard to grab a bat. Even if it's not broken, it can still wreak havoc with your ability to grab and hold on to things. Do the squeeze test. But inflammation is not your friend in the digits. See, he's just try to push on the bone. Isn't that amazing? Does it ever amaze you? Like if you stubbed your toe at your house, Jason, and stub your toe and you fall down, and then somebody just ran in out of nowhere and was like, let me check it out, and just started squeezing your toe. How would you feel?
I'd be happy to have the support.
Okay, good, good.
If every time I got hurt, somebody came running in, it would be a hilarious bit. They'd have to get paid quite a bit.
How tough is Dylan Dingler?
That dude.
Good night.
Daniela's got more, evidently. Daniela?
Yeah, it's actually just about that, Andy Dirks, just how tough Dylan Dingler is. Tarek Skubal was asked last night after his start, what are some of the underrated or unknown characteristics about Dylan Dingler that make him an all-star? And the first thing Tarek said was how tough he is. The guy takes a beating back there. He referenced Dylan Dingler getting hit yesterday and said, but you know he'll be right back in that lineup tomorrow. Plays every day, and catching is a tough position. But Tarek said that's the number one thing that fans don't always recognize that makes Dylan Dingler as good as he is.
Well, they're seeing it close up here. A couple of throws. Ron Eubanks wanted to hear how the throws felt.
You can see the seam of the ball on his hand. I mean, he's built different, this guy. He's a tough hombre, that Dylan Dingler.
A 1. Wilson swings through it, strike 2. Here's a look at the hand that you're talking about.
Yeah, you see the seam of the baseball. When you get hit, like in the body, you get the seam of the baseball will leave an imprint like that. It's not uncommon.
Line drive to third. Little bunny hop from McGonigal, out number 2.
You just normally don't see it on a guy's hand.
If he hits a homer in this game, if he does something big offensively, by the end of next season at Comerica Park, there will be a Dylan Dingler bobble hand giveaway with a ball mark on his hand.
We should give him a Mitty for toughest guy award. Toughest guy.
You know how tough he is? I'm told by Andrew Blaustein, our director and czar of the cameras, that during all of that, Jake Rogers did not move. He had no inclination that he was going to come into this game for Dylan Dingler.
Because he knows Dylan Dingler well enough to say, no, he's going to shake it off.
Now we'll see during the break if it swells up, but in that moment, Jake Rogers didn't think there was any way he was going to be called upon to go in. Two and 1 to Lawrence Butler, and he takes outside on a fastball. 3-1. So this is as it happened. Here's Jake Rogers' posture.
See much panic in that?
More toll booth operator than soon to be catcher. Yeah, it's 75 cents. You have any change? No, I don't have any change. You take credit card? No, we don't take credit card. Is that what you're going to ask? 3-2. It's a ground ball to first base, and it's under the glove of Torque down the line and right. Dying off the sidewall. Butler is on at second.
That just looked like that play was going to be tough to make right off the bat from where Torkelson was. He's got to go a long ways, and he reaches down. Mistimes his slide a little bit. Doesn't get the glove down in time. Just out of reach. Part of that play right there is if he takes a deeper angle, he doesn't have a throw to first, being a right-handed first baseman. So you'd say, well, if he retreated further, but then he's got to come all the way back across his body to try to throw, and that's not going to work.
There's Kuroda Grauer to take ball 1 after his 3-hit game yesterday. 12 hits in first 7 career games. That's the most by an Athletic since Ben Grieve, all the way back in 1997. A big power hitting outfielder, Ben Grieve. Everything he hit turned into gold yesterday, pretty much. The one knock on his resume was that play in very shallow right field that he ended up bailing on off the call off by Butler. And you can debate whose fault that was.
Outfield has priority. If the outfielder calls it, the infielder, once they hear it, they have to vacate. It was a little late. He was a little late vacating the area. Butler thought he was still there. Miscommunication. But where the ball was, it looked like the second baseman's ball. It was not deep at all.
Yeah. 1-2, reach out and touch it. Torque keeps it on the infield, shovels it, safe over at first. Same type of deal. Back-to-back batted balls and 2 on for the Athletics. Torque gave it everything and nearly made the play.
Yeah, he's playing way off the line, but he knows he's got to at least knock the ball down. If he doesn't, Butler will easily score from second base. And if Melton got to the bag in time, it would have been real close. He was a little late. I think he got caught watching a tremendous play a little more than running to first. But good job by Torque to keep that ball in front of him and keep a run from scoring. Saul Melton was not happy with himself. He goes, ah, man, should have been over there.
Yeah. That's the first hit all year against Troy Melton with 2 out and runners in scoring position. Didn't even score a run. And by the way, Kuroda Grauer is lucky that he didn't get a finger broken by Torque's step, by Troy Melton's step, I should say.
Yeah, we don't normally slide head first into first. We don't slide to first, just run through it. There's a lot of chance for injury over there if you start sliding.
That's a strike called on a cutter and no challenge from Cortez, in part because they already lost one. That was a strike. It just hugged the zone. Go to first. Caleb Durbin just did that with the Red Sox and he jammed his finger.
Yep.
In Colorado. It came out of its socket. Basically, they had to replace it. He was okay, but like the juice is not worth the squeeze. 0-2, swing and a miss. Good time for Melton's first strikeout to retire the side.
It's a nasty little breaking ball. This is 90 mile an hour. It's all slider movement. Look how much that ball dies. Wow.
Listen to the
1-0 Tigers, bottom 2. Some traffic in the top of the inning for Aff, but they couldn't score. And the Tigers have the lead on the Riley Green RBI single. So Jahmai Jones will lead off, then McKinstry and Vierling against Jeffrey Springs, and a first pitch slider for strike 1.
Teams have really shied away from the fastball against Jahmai. Lots of breaking balls. Hit the fastball really well last year. Teams are on to it. And then it makes you late on the one you do get. You start thinking about the slider. Find yourself in between. In between's not a fun place to be. It's like the waiting place. The old Dr. Seuss novel.
Yeah. Nick Kurtz, by the way, has come out of this game. Jeff McNeil is in to play first base. The former New York Met is in for the Athletics. So Kurtz comes out, and we'll see. Dylan Dingler's spot is 4th up, but Jake Rogers looks like he's getting ready to come into this game. And as we said, even if he didn't come in immediately, that thing can swell up.
Well, it's his top hand too, so if you get jammed right in that thumb joint, it takes a lot of beating when you swing the bat as well. It's one thing to be able to throw a baseball. It's another thing to grab a bat with your right hand and be able to get to a baseball, make contact. Then there's also this thing called precautionary. Like, let's go get evaluated. No sense in taking the risk. If the Tigers score 3 or more runs in this game, you can visit our participating Arby's location tomorrow and receive a free small order of curly fries.
As Troy Melton says all the time, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Thank you for acting that out for us. 1 down for McKinstry. They love breaking balls to him left on left, don't they?
They liked it in a 3-1 count last night. He got a walk and ended up with 2 outs, igniting a 4-run rally in that 6th inning. Especially for a guy that's not had great command today. Nobody's on base. He hasn't had great command. You'd think, let's go ahead and get ahead. Work down that hill.
Two and 0. Nick Kurtz, by the way, we're told left due to illness. It's that flu where somebody runs into your glove.
Apparently, the Wynn may have had some illness yesterday. Maybe there's something going around.
No, yeah. So the starter, JT Ginn, for the Athletics, did leave after 4 with an undisclosed illness. So, yeah.
If something goes in a clubhouse, sometimes it travels quickly through a clubhouse.
Oh,
Get a
yeah.
bug in there. Those are close proximities.
Two and 2. Just missed. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
We had to quarantine a guy one time.
What?
Yeah. Had,
But this is before COVID.
yeah, this is before
To be
COVID.
clear.
Right, right. He went and did a appearance at a grade school.
Okay.
See what happens here.
It's ball 4.
Z-Mac's got the force field engaged against these lefties, drawing them walks, getting on base. So, yeah. Anyway, he shows up and he's got blisters on his head and on his tongue. He got hand, foot, and mouth from an appearance that he did at a grade school.
No.
Yeah.
That
And so-
quickly?
It was within like
Okay.
a couple of days or
Okay,
whatever.
okay.
And it's like, well, when have you been, like usually the kids get, he's like, well, I did this appearance thing that for us, for charity.
Oh. That's wild.
We quarantined him
Where'd you put him?
way off in the corner, all by himself.
I would imagine he's showering at home.
Right. You don't use the facilities.
No. Wow.
He continued to play.
Line drive, foul, left side. I've noticed as you're telling the story, you didn't share who it was.
No.
Was that intentional?
I mean, it's, yeah.
Okay.
There's certain things that are, but it did happen.
Do you want to give one which season it was, which position maybe?
You're curious now.
Yeah, we all are.
Everybody's curious. Who had hand, foot, and mouth?
Popped up. Langoliers has a play. So 2 down. The Dingler spot is coming up, and we'll get a message from Feiger Law.
If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, make Feiger Law your first call. Feiger Law. All we do is win.
So Jake Rogers is going to bat here for Dylan Dingler, and you hope Dylan's okay. It's our Henry Ford Health injury update. Dingler is out. Rogers is in.
They got hit on the thumb from a foul ball off a batter's bat. Came down and was a direct hit on the right thumb. So they're going to get it checked out and analyzed. If we hear anything, we'll let you know.
I mean, that's just awful fortune. Off a ricochet.
Yeah, that's one of those freak things that happens. You hope that it's just, you know, nothing's broken. Take a couple days. Let the swelling get out of it. Be good to go.
I mean, he is such an enormous piece of this team with the way he controls the run game, the way he's hit the ball this year. Again, nothing against Jake Rogers, who 2 years ago was the everyday catcher for this team that went to the playoffs. But Dylan Dingler has been a breakout star in the American League, and there's a reason he's going to Philadelphia for the All-Star game.
Right.
And you hope this doesn't impact his trip there. One to Rogers. Jake fouls it away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So if you missed it, back to the foul ball that hit his exposed hand.
Yeah, Wilson, a little baby check swing, caught the barrel right down to the top of that right thumb. That's his throwing hand. That's also the top hand that he holds the bat with. And that little webbing in between your thumb and your first finger, it takes a beating during the course of a baseball season.
All we can do is wait and see.
Yeah, that's it. You know, it's unfortunate, but this is where Jake Rogers is getting some more reps here. And you hope Dingler's not out at all after this game. If he is, though, Jake's going to have to step up.
There goes McKinstry. Jake Rogers, deep left field, way back. Step up, you say. How about up and out?
Well, he started the day over there with those gentlemen on the bench. And now he's in the home run tunnel only about 10 minutes later. From sitting on the bench to home run trot. Always be ready.
I mean, that is ridiculous in the best way. It's his second homer of the year. It's his first home run at Comerica Park since July 30th of last year. Off of Kyle Backus of the Diamondbacks. Wow. And now right back at it to catch the staff. Talk to Chris Fetter about some scouting reports. See what happens. All in a day's work.
I think he heard that you called him a toll booth worker and was like, hey, Benetti, toll booth worker do this. Whack!
He should stop chewing his gum like that and sitting like that. 1-2 on McGonigal. And Kevin hits that in the air to right. Butler makes the catch. Hey, take one of the turnpike.
Quick little exit ramp off I-75. Way back to left.
There he is, working his shift. 3-0 on the Bet365 scoreboard, and if the Tigers scored 3 or more runs today, you can. Oh, we're not doing the Arby's read. It's just a guy in a burger hat.
You can go through the drive-through at McDonald's and grab yourself a Big Mac, but you're gonna have to pay.
You gotta pay for it. I don't understand why people say we're silly. There's strike one to Bolte. That slider is lethal to right-handers. Fastball to slider, those two pitches, good luck.
Yeah, Bolte trying to get the head out on a fastball. Doesn't see the spin until it's too late. Look how late the movement is. Like, that's one of the profiles of Troy Melton. He's got great late life. Gets off the barrel, gets swing and miss.
Like that, he's got to be out. That is strike 3, 1 away.
But some guys you see ball out of hand, the movement starts early, it's easy to pick up, you can analyze and read the pitch. With Troy Melton, that ball's about halfway to a third of the way there before the break actually starts inducing.
How about Raj? Raj is like, he went and he started throwing it to first. Raj has future umpire aspirations. So his career arc is toll booth operator, catcher, umpire today.
Yeah, he knew he went. He was just helping out Alex McKay real quick. He said, hey, McKay, I got it. He's out.
No more foul balls off of people, okay? I mean, Kenley Jansen used to be a catcher. I wonder who it would be. McKinstry? Swing and a miss. A bullet fastball and a strut from Troy Melton.
This is what happens. You guys start seeing a few sliders, and you got 98 in the back pocket. That's that old Louisiana baseball right there.
6 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Here's McNeil. First pitch. A ball for the first time in the inning. So both two hitters are out, Kurtz and Dingler. Kurtz, we thought maybe it had to do with that slight collision at first base, but it turns out it was illness that took him out of the game, and the training staff did go out to see him on that first base sort of turnstile. He stayed in but then came out for the next time defensively, as there's that changeup outside, 2-1 to the guy they call the Squirrel, former New York Met. Ground ball, second base. Lee's on the case, and the inning's over for Troy Melton with a 3-0 lead.
Hey, there's my main man.
Be all in for your Tigers with a membership deposit for next season and enjoy a complimentary game on us. Deposits start at just $100. Include elite perks and an invitation to select a seat event this summer. Visit tigers.com/deposits. Complimentary game on us.
I think Andrew Blaustein and his horde of camera people are just taunting us with the ices from now on. I think that's what's happening here.
Well, it's a little muggy. It's a hot day.
Yeah.
Nothing hits the palate quite like a little blue raspberry or cherry icy.
And if I know Tats, Mike Tatamir, he's shooting every icy in this ballpark right now and just nodding his camera up and down. Hopefully he's just got an assignment on the pitch for the remainder of the game. Okay. Well, that's a good day.
A trumpet? It's a bat?
It's a bat. What is it? I thought it was a trumpet.
Like
he played
he was
3 years in the big leagues.
Playing
and
a
he thought it was
trumpet.
1-1. Can we get those just to drink water out of in the booth? We get a challenge here from Langoliers. Let's see. It's a strike, a good solid strike.
Call's overturned. The Athletics have one challenge remaining.
It's a good challenge, and if you get that one wrong.
Yeah, you're in trouble. You run out.
1-2. Check swing. He did not go.
How much can you be tempted by a changeup? Let's see. About that much without going. That's his game. He likes that little changeup down and away. Zoom a fastball in there once in a while.
There's a changeup that freezes him, and one away.
It almost had like slider action to it. Throws across his body, steps towards first base. He's kind of got a flat plane. Drops down. Goes straight to home plate, but he's not a tall guy. He doesn't create a severe angle. So he tries to create an angle laterally since he doesn't have the angle vertically.
If you ignore the ices enough, they'll stop coming up on the screen.
I was ignoring it. You brought it back up.
Oh,
Just getting more and more thirsty.
1-0 to Riley Green. It's called a strike.
How good are those red straws, though? Come on. Why are those straws so good? They're like perfect for an icy. Who figured that out? Got a little scoop on the end of it.
A little scoopage. 1-1 is a ball, 2-1. Riley Green, a big RBI single with the bases loaded in the first. Tigers then scored 2 on the Rogers homer in the second. In the air, left field. Cortez makes the catch. We get a message from the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Lease a Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew for $399 a month for 24 months. Or returning AZ Plan lessees can lease a Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew for $299 a month for 24 months.
Ah, the wonderful drink of summer, the icy, which everybody's buying in the ballpark, evidently. You see, the Tigers have scored in each of the first 2 innings in this game. Kansas City, earlier in the week, scored in every at-bat. Like the second time in franchise history as the Kansas City Royals, they had done that. They did it in 8 innings. And that was against Philadelphia. Surprisingly, the Royals have put up a big number, but it would take some doing for the Tigers, and that's going to end right there as Kuroda Grauer makes the catch. In a 1-2-3 inning for Springs, but a 3-0 Tigers lead.
No pitcher ever wants to give up home runs for obvious reasons, but there's a less obvious reason that Troy Melton does not want to give up the long ball. So if you go back to one of his earlier outings on June 9th against the Twins, he gave up a leadoff homer to Byron Buxton and ended that game giving up 4 solo homers. After that game, Will Vest, because he's not a fan of Troy Melton's haircut, said if you give up 4 homers again, you've got to shave your head. So his next outing, Troy's next outing against the White Sox, gives up another leadoff homer. And what he told us his first thought was, I can't give up any more homers because I cannot have to shave my head. Not because of the run, not because he didn't want to give up anything else, because he immediately thought about Will Vest while he was pitching and gave up that leadoff homer, but been pretty good at controlling the long ball since then, guys.
What does William Lane Vest have against Troy Melton's haircut?
It is a battle between the two of them because Melton's response, I said to him, your hair looks like it would grow back pretty quickly if you did have to shave your head. And he goes, it'd be faster than Will Vest, that's for sure.
Wow.
It's a battle between the two of them. Will, if you're watching right now.
I mean, I will.
Shout out.
We'll find out real soon.
What's amazing is Troy would actually do it if that happened. This is what's amazing about baseball clubhouse. Like, usually he'd be like, okay, yeah, that was funny, but I'm not actually going to do it. No, he'd make him shave his head.
You don't want to say anything like that to anybody around a baseball club.
No, they will
end up sleeping on the
hold-
roof.
That's right. You get held to what you say in a clubhouse.
Do they
There's
always
no doubt
agree to
about
it too? Like, do you think Troy was like, yeah, all right, I'll take that?
A lot of times, yeah, competitors. Competitive people, you can get them to do all sorts of crazy stuff.
I want to know what the craziest thing you were
No,
ever...
you do not want to know.
Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
Two and two. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, Troy Melton's stuff is aerodynamic, even if he isn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what the fuzz underneath your hat looks like when you got this kind of cutter and the nasty stuff that he's been putting on display today.
Don't say cutter too loud. He'll get afraid that he's got to shave his head.
Jason, that's 94. You see how much that ball moved?
It's ridiculous. 1 out Soderstrom, who comes back from a hip injury just today. Max Muncy was sent down. Soderstrom back into the lineup. When he left a week and a half ago, he left with 13 home runs. That's smoke to right field, and it's a hit and extra bases for Soderstrom, who's a big part of this lineup. This offense did a bit of a lead sinker routine with Wilson out, with Soderstrom out, and he has a double.
Yeah, that one hung up. You see the difference in movement profile when it's got its little humpback slider. So right out of the hand, you can see the ball pop up. Soderstrom saw it, put a good swing on it, got a double.
He's on second. Wilson, the batter. So back-to-back second-generation major leaguers. Jacob Wilson's dad, Jack, former Pittsburgh Pirate. Soderstrom's dad, Steve, was a veteran of 3 starts with the San Francisco Giants back in the mid-90s. He's going to take off and get there. It's McKinstry from short with a high throw. Out of character, and a run comes home. Zemak airmailed it, and the A's have their first run.
McKinstry's got about the best arm on this ball club, and he knew he had to get rid of the ball quickly, but just airmailed it. That's one of those you let go of and you go, oh, what did I just do? See the footwork, Jay. Little slow with the feet. Not bad. Just lost the throw.
So it's 3-1. Butler the batter, and a first pitch swing for strike 1. That's the type of thing that you can afford some nights when you have the lead, but when Philadelphia comes in here, a team that's played some of the best baseballs since their 9-19 start at the beginning of the year, You can't afford that.
You can only afford mistakes if you do a whole bunch of other stuff really well. Like if the offense scores 10 runs and you have 1 error, you're probably not stressing too much. But that's why early on in May, these mistakes they were glaring points, because it's like, oh, every mistake was costing them a game because it was all these 1-run games. Everything was always close.
Yeah, the home run ball fixes a lot of things. We say it all the time. That shank foul by Butler. That Philadelphia series is going to be highly interesting. They are 10 over. So they've played 20 over baseball since a 9-19 start for Don Mattingly. 1-2, zapped him with a cutter.
That's been the pitch of the night so far. Not surprising. Out of his arsenal, 98-mile-an-hour four-seam's impressive, but a 95-mile-an-hour cutter with this movement profile is just insane. Because if that's the four-seam fastball, it's way outside.
Two out, Kuroda Grauer. Strike one. Cutter just gets better and better and better. That's a slugging percentage of 115.
It's one of the nastiest pitches in baseball for sure.
Chopper, Kuroda Grauer once again creates havoc. Wilson has to double back to third. Glad Troy didn't throw that
Smart
ball.
play. Smart play. You know how bad after a guy hits a little tapper like that off you, you want to get that out at first. But understanding the situation, you got a guy that's a fast runner going down the line who basically anything he swings at, no matter where it is, it's a hit. Knowing that Wilson's at second, if you throw it up there, whatever happens, it gets away, it's a run. So now he can still manage the game.
So that 14 hits now in his first 8 games, with 2 of them tonight, is the most in about 50 years.
He got a rabbit foot in his pocket. He hasn't hit a ball out of the infield today. He's got 2 knocks.
It's a beautiful thing. We saw Mitchell Page is the guy who's got the most hits in 8 games to start an athletics career. He was once in the same deal as our old pal Phil Garner. Down the left field line and foul. It was March of 1977 when Page became an Athletic in a deal in spring training. Rick Langford was part of that deal as well. Tony Armas, the great Boston Red Sox player eventually. But Kuroda Grauer 2 for 2 once again tonight. Cortez clips it foul, another cutter. That one's 95. One, two, got him. Demon ball.
That's got more slider profile than cutter profile. It's 91 mile an hour. Look how much it drops. The swing is like, it was there. No, it's not.
Some days.
Celebrate 125 years of Detroit Tigers baseball. July 23rd through the 26th at Comerica Park. Join us as we honor World Series champions, legendary players, and the unforgettable moments that have defined Tigers history. Visit tigers.com/125 to learn more.
You were a part of one of those magical seasons in Tigers history.
Yeah, 2012 made it to the World Series. That was an epic year. A lot of fun.
One out to Malgiri, that fades inside 2-0. When you think about that year, if you were to have a couple pictures on your wall from 2012, what are the snapshots in your mind?
Celebrated after we beat the Yankees here. Crowd was crazy. My parents were on the field. It was great. Every time Miggy went to the plate.
Wilson to first, out number 1. We're told Daniela has a surprise for us.
What kind of surprise?
Anybody?
It's
see
not much of a
Daniela?
surprise.
You guys ask and you shall receive.
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, it's a mix.
Thank you.
I mixed the flavors for you.
That's so nice.
There you go.
You know, I'm
So
not.
nice.
I'm not eating sugar right now.
How did you know? We weren't that explicit.
I may have licked the top of one of them because it was overflowing.
What sort of roulette is this puppy? It's a pop-up first base side. McNeil's after it, and he does make the catch for out number 2.
I figured since there's straws, it's good, but I could not risk getting the blue or the red on my outfit, so I had to
That's
take
about
action.
as big of a sibling play as you could make. I may have licked that one over there. You still want it?
The straws, it's fine. Yeah, it's good.
Do you know which one's which?
So good.
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Hot Corner says the first icy machines were made from old car air conditioners in 1958.
Yeah, they were.
Who tasted one of those?
Oh, it tastes like Freon.
Well, I hope you guys stay nice and cool up here. Enjoy your ices.
Danielle, that was very thoughtful.
Thank you.
Did you get one for yourself?
Shocking to no one, I don't really love those flavors.
What flavors do you like if
Like
you don't
Coke?
like blue raspberry and
Just
cherry?
frozen Coke. Yeah, that one. That's fair. That's fair. Promise I did not spike your ices, guys.
That is a
Great rest of the
camera
show.
cut midi of the year, by the way. That's a midi.
Thank you, Daniela.
Thank you.
Very
You're
thoughtful.
welcome.
We appreciate you.
In the air for right, and a running grab for Butler to retire the side, but it's summer. It's a nominee for the Metro Detroit Ram Dealers Midi Awards. Some flavor for you.
Stream Tigers baseball all summer long for just $19.99 a month on Detroit Sports Net, presented by Bet365. Subject to national exclusivities, terms and conditions apply. Subscribe by visiting tigers.com/DetroitSportsNet.
Tigers have the lead here tonight, 3-1 over the A's. Looking for a series win already and a chance for a sweep tomorrow night. Don't forget, it is a night game tomorrow. 6:40 start time in Game 3 between the Tigers and Athletics. Portable fans here. It's a hot one at Comerica Park. Night game tomorrow. Beat the heat just a little bit, but come enjoy Tigers baseball. Have an icy.
Should have 2 or 3 of them. They're delicious.
1-2 to Bolte. In there, strike 3. He's going to challenge. Let's see. They could be out.
That four seam, did it ride that bottom rail long enough?
It might have.
Oh, that's
man.
close. Boy, that's close.
Wow.
3/10.
Troy. Thing is, you got to re-rack it so fast and get after another strikeout. And he does. Ooh.
Yeah, how about that one? Got some competition taking place at Comerica Park tonight. After he did not win the challenge, Melton comes right back with 99, just a tick higher. Says, do you like that one? How about that one? Was that a strike?
He doesn't react a lot, but he got a verbal response from Bolte. And I think Troy might have savored that just a little bit
Sure.
in that chill California part of his. Bolte's a Cali guy too. He grew up an Athletics fan. What is that?
Turbo sinker.
What is
Spin
that?
it up. The spin on this thing. Look at the seams. Watch once it catches the air. It's just gone. Jason, I know we've talked about it at times, watching him over the course from last year to this year. He is ace material just through and through. His demeanor, his stuff, the way he prepares.
he's got the sensibility and the competitiveness, but also the level-headedness.
Right, because you're going to run into some outings where it doesn't go your way. It's tough. It's the big leagues, right? But we've seen him do nothing but counter anytime something happens.
He's got to get right back on the horse here. It's 3-2 for Geloff. And he's going to take a moment for himself. Reset. Bask in the sunlight. And throw a 3-2. Ricochets all the way back to home plate.
He's went in with that sinker a couple times to Geloff. This time he got a piece of it. It was a little higher than the one he swung and missed at. We'll see if he stays there or wants to go cut her away.
Payoff again. In there, strike 3.
After the sinker in, throw a dot of four-seam on the inside corner. That shouldn't be legal. After throwing those sinkers in, Geloff is like, okay, that's going to be a ball. If it starts where the sinker does, the ball almost hits him. If it's a sinker, if it's a four-seam, it stays. That's nasty.
It's tunneling to a T.
Your brain can only process so much information. The stuff he's throwing, it's like, cannot compute, cannot compute.
You almost spit out your drink.
Yeah,
that
no,
fastball was so nasty.
That was so good. 3-2, are you kidding me? See the usage tonight. 4 Ks on the cutter, 3 on the four-seam. Heavy on the fastball as always.
I mean, he just lives in the strike zone. You think about the total non-competitive pitches. It might be 5 of 73, Andy?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. He just right at him, mixing it up. Nobody has a clue what's coming.
Look at that swing.
Yeah, like you just don't know what's coming.
That was a meat cleaver.
Is it the cutter? Is it the four-seam? Is it the sinker? And then when you think, well, oh, maybe it's the cutter, then it's the slider. Like Jake is back there just pushing all the buttons in just different sequences. There's no pattern to it.
Golfed foul, first base side. It's already a career-high 8 strikeouts for Troy.
But this is kind of what Skubal ran into. He got so much swing and miss, your pitch count starts to elevate a little bit. He was only at like 36 pitches after 3 innings.
These swings, man.
This is battling, man. When you're at the plate, McNeil's up there like, I'm going to do everything in my power to try to put this ball in play. It's tough stuff.
1-2. Check swing. He did not.
That's the beauty of competition. You can see a pitcher, they get in a groove, they start going, but you get one at bat like this from McNeil. Just trying to waste another pitch, trying to get to the next one.
Veteran at bat from the 34-year-old McNeil. And he will take ball 3.
And this is where Troy has to get back in the zone. Even if he's going to foul pitches off, you got to keep attacking him, keep attacking him.
McNeil, just for his career, doesn't walk a lot, doesn't strike out a lot. He's at the brink of both, 3-2, and the most likely result is a ball going somewhere based on his history of 8 years with the Mets.
Right, and that's where you don't want to fall into his trap and walk him right here. Like Troy, keep going at him. Even if he fouls balls off, don't get frustrated. He'll put one in play or he'll swing and miss at some point. There'll be an outcome. But it can be frustrating as a pitcher because you know that it's just racking up your pitch count total. He's almost to 80 pitches now. And then what'll happen is you concede a little bit or try to get a little cuter, and then you throw ball 4.
And then you're really in an inning. 3-2. Line drive, just foul. What a standoff this is by this much. That wasn't extra bases.
Just got out in front and hooked it a little bit. McNeil was not happy. He's like, I am up here just competing for my life right now, and I can't even get those 2 more inches to make that fair. Are you kidding me?
That's the way his season's gone, too. I mean, he's a former batting champion in the National League. He's at 227 average-wise this year. 3-2, pitch number 11. Not a fairway shot, but it keeps him alive.
Who's going to win it? Can't give in.
McNeil just said, do I have my timeout? It's been so long, he doesn't even know if he had a timeout. He just used it. He's acting like this is the home run derby. It's been so exhausting, and rightfully so. They've given everything.
For sure. He's a guy that came in off the bench. This is his second at bat. Nick Kurtz went out.
Swing and a miss. There's the two-seamer that needs an exorcism. And McNeil needs all new equipment.
He is so frustrated right now. Just battled as hard as he could. Troy Melton's two-seamer at the end finishes him off. What a standoff. Troy Melton is cruising right now, striking out the world.
You've known us.
3-1, Tigers still have the lead in the bottom of the 5th. Game 2 of a 6-game homestand. Tigers trying to climb back toward 500. 9 under opening play today, and there's Troy, not to be disturbed.
If I did that, I'd fall asleep. He's doing his breathing exercises. He has got a good routine going, doesn't he? Troy Melton
does. You know, you see that and you think it's curious, whatever you think about it. Troy Melton is as centered and sure of himself without being one single iota of cocky. Like that, that's one camera cut away. He's gone and then he's back. He's got the whole range figured out in his mid-20s, and that is so unbelievably rare. In self-confidence without overdoing it. He's a really impressive young man.
He is. And he throws 98 with a 95-mile-an-hour cutter and nasty stuff. Doesn't hurt, but that to go with it, ace. Ace-type stuff there.
Again, Will Vest is somewhere saying, hey, yeah, everything but the haircut.
Yeah, he's not a big fan of the lettuce on top there. I think that's the problem.
You think it's the floppy?
Yeah.
Third, and there's out number 1. That was
if you were going to jump on the bus, either of those guys were your driver, which one would you want?
depends on what we were doing. All right.
Yeah, that's 2 different types of emotions there. One winner, one loser.
You know what, though? That's the coolest thing about baseball, I would say, other than like every body type can play. It works for both of those guys. Jeff McNeil has had a really good major league career. Troy Melton is one of the up-and-coming pitchers in Major League Baseball. However you handle it, I think we all just respect people who understand what they are and lean into it.
Yeah, everybody's got different levers that need to get pulled for them to be successful.
Jake Rogers, cold off the bench, smoking hot at the plate. Our Comerica Bank game summary is the story so far. It's the night of Jake Rogers that started because Dylan Dingler with that exposed hand got hit on a foul ball. Jake Rogers just hanging out, looking like toll booth operator. He hits a 2-run homer, then comes in to catch Troy Melton, calls for strike 3, got it right, and then does this for his second hit of the night. I mean, if you have any need for a temporary employee, whatever business you run, Jake Rogers will do it. Toll booth operator, baseball player, umpire, catcher, hitter within the baseball umbrella, base runner too. A one to McGonigal. That's through. It's a base hit. There goes Raj. He takes off for third, and he is there. Did we mention track star?
He's doing it all today. You never know what the day's going to bring. He came to the field. He was not in the lineup. He was chilling over there. Now he's going first to third, testing arms and right. Get those knees up, Jake. Bounce, bounce, ha.
Those steps are amazing. Nobody has. He just said, "I'm tired." He just turned to Boyer at third base, to Billy Boyer. He said, "I'm tired."
He put that body into motion. From no motion to lots of motion on the course of about 25 minutes.
Spencer Torkelson, fly ball to left. Torque bomb to left. Jake, you don't have to run very fast. 6-1. Three-run homer, second homer for the Tigers tonight. And that starts the bullpen for the Athletics. Justin Sterner is up. Boy, they just, this time through the rotation, it's short start after short start for Mark Kotsay, and he is wearing out his bullpen. This is a team that's lost 12 of 15 coming in after a really strong start to the year. And the Tigers are just the opposite, 6-22 in the month of May, but the best record going in the American League since June the 1st. Boy, you're setting up a Philadelphia series with one of those barometer type teams that's going to have a lot to say with how you feel going into the All-Star break, but also the trade deadline. This game is not over yet. It's a 5-run game, but the Athletics can score. But you're looking ahead to Philadelphia coming here and their pitching and how they've played.
You got two hot teams going face to face.
Yes.
Which is a lot of fun. You know, they always say you catch a team at the right time, wrong time. I buy into that some. But the Athletics have not been playing their best baseball, and the Tigers are. And it's starting to show. Tigers offense is just putting on a barrage here in the 5th. You like 3-run homers?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Torque likes them. You like sliders down the middle?
Yes.
Yeah, Torque does too. You know what else Torque likes?
What's that?
Letting Jake Rogers walk home from third after running all over them bases.
It's better that way.
Ah, there we go. Thanks, Torque. Give my legs a little break here.
Tigers are 7 over since June the 1st and plus 54 run differential. This is all entering tonight. 54 homers, so now that's 56. And the pitching, the starting pitching, Justin Verlander said it today in his press conference about his retirement that he wants to get back on the mound, in part because of the way this starting staff is handing the baton to each other and carving people up.
Yeah, it's been dominant, but you see, it's a whole different team once June hit. This Tigers ball club, a little bit of health goes a long way. You got Kerry Carpenter back. It's big for the lineup.
Colt Keith will pinch hit here to face Sterner. Keith for the lead in the 6th spot.
He's got a pretty simple arsenal: 4-seam cutter, sweeper. See that strikeout rate? He doesn't walk hardly anybody, so you got to be ready to hit.
He really is their reverse splits guy in the bullpen. Now, that's not to say you wouldn't use your left-handers against him, but he would be a guy that they could call on to try to get lefties out.
Yeah, lefties haven't hit his 4-seam very well at all, or his sweeper. They've had a little more success against his cutter.
StatCast powered by Google Cloud. This is 4 hits against left-handers in short time so far for Sterner in that Athletics bullpen. We look forward to going to Sutter Health Park down the road in late July. He got in with that cutter and ricocheting near the dugout. 2-2. That catch somebody in the dugout or no?
It was either it got him a little
Bench.
bit or it was real close. That might have got him in the neck. He retreated from the spot he was to find cover.
3-2. Oh boy. So Sterner was a big part of this bullpen last year. 59 games. That was the most he'd ever thrown in Major League Baseball after 2 games as a rookie in 2024. 3-2 is fouled away with Green in motion. Riley's going to have to circle around Alan Porter, the second base umpire, and go back to first. He used Allen as a hairpin turn. One of the really good umpires, Alan Porter, crew chief on this 4-man crew. 3-2 again, grounded to first base. What a stab by McNeil. Our Allstate Good Hands replay is this from McNeil.
Riley took off on the pitch, and McNeil gained a little tiny bit of ground, but a nice backhand play. That ball was hit really hard. When you're playing in tight like that, you don't have much time to respond or make an adjustment to a baseball. He was quick with it.
Malgiri, who fouls away a cutter, 0-1. Tigers, again, have not played well in close games this year. The remedy for that sometimes is don't play close games.
Yeah, no, without question. Score a bunch of runs. But this offense is going, man. We've seen them put on displays. Lots of innings, crooked numbers.
1-2 on Malgiri.
Lots of pressure on the opposing defense, opposing pitchers. Stacking those lineups, deep counts and at bats. If they're not getting to a guy, they're working, competing.
Two and two. Fly ball right center field. And Butler makes the catch, but the torque bomb does the trick. Tigers by a nickel. Troy Melton has had a marvelous night. The Tigers have a big lead. It is 6-1 after 5 tonight in game number 2 of this 3-game series. Shea Langoliers takes ball 1. So here's one for you, Dirks. Tigers open play 6.5 back in the American League Central. We'll get you the defensive changes in a second for the Tigers. There have been a couple of them. The Yankees opened play today 4 back of Tampa Bay in the American League East. You look at where the Tigers are, and if you just try to put out of your mind the scars of May, which is hard to do, we all watched it, they're very much in striking distance. It's just true.
The way they're playing.
The way they're playing, correct. 2-1 in the air left center field. That's playable. for round number 1 for Vierling.
For me, it's all about the quality of baseball. If the Tigers play the way they've been playing since June, this is a very good ball club. So you see numbers on a board, you see standings, you see this. What you watch is what's going on in the field. How is everybody coming to the ballpark? What's the starting pitching doing? How's the offense producing? And those numbers just magically start, the Tigers just magically start creeping up and up and up based on what's happening between the lines. And I would argue through that stretch in June, if you subtract the road trip, they played better baseball than what their record was in June.
Yeah. They
could
couple
have,
of those games at the end of the homestand, Houston and the Yankees.
That's right. They could have walked away with 2, 3, maybe 4 more wins the way they were playing. And so they had about as bad of a record as they probably could have had with how good of baseball they've been playing, which is, to me, very encouraging.
Yeah, and you look at the schedule through the 21 games, including tonight before the trade deadline. There's 5 including tonight with the Athletics. There's 3 with the Angels. There's a series with Kansas City, and there's a series with Baltimore.
There you go. That's stacking them up. The Angels have not played good. Kansas City,
nope.
No good baseball coming out of KC right now.
Melton throws ball 4. Montero has been loosening. A.J. Hinch is out of the dugout. And so Troy Melton flagging a little bit at the end of the outing. It's a walk, and it's his only walk of the night. But Troy Melton's going to get a very nice round of applause from Tiger fans this evening. Montero in when we come back. Upcoming schedule brought to you by Bet365. Here's a visual representation of what we're talking about. You have the 2 more with the Athletics. The 3 with Philadelphia will decide what your emotional state is as you go into the All-Star break. 3 at Anaheim. The Angels have lost 7 in a row. The Cubs just had Pete Crow Armstrong become the first 2020 guy in Major League Baseball this year. So that Wrigley's no fun right now.
Wrigley's tough.
They've got one of the best walk-off numbers in all of Major League Baseball. So there are a couple series in there you don't love, but a couple you really do like based on record. And as you said, Andy, it comes down to how the Tigers play. As Cater Montero is in, out of the bullpen or wall side windows pitching change.
And since Cater's been moved to the bullpen after being a fabulous starter for the Tigers, he's done exactly what you would think would do. Pitched really well. That sinker 4-seam combo for him has been really tough on hitters. He's got late movement, gets a lot of weak contact, doesn't strike out a ton of guys, but knows how to move the ball, locate it, keep it in spots that are tough to hit.
He wants a double play here from Wilson, who hits the ball on the ground more than half the time. So it would be McGonigal and McKinstry, the keystone combination after Keith came in for how you lead a pinch hit in the bottom of the 5th. It's 3 balls and a strike on Wilson. Fly ball right field. That's a long way to go, and it is out of play. Malgiri had no play. So we talked about the upcoming schedule. We showed you the standings. The White Sox are down 3-0 to Boston. And Cleveland and Minnesota are scoreless through 3 at Target Field. The only thing is Minnesota can hop back in this race too. They're only 2 back of Cleveland. 3-2 is inside. That's ball 4. Soderstrom to second. Wilson to first. That is rather un-Montero-like this year.
Yeah, looking to get his fastball command here. Take a quick minute, dial it back in. These humid days, those pitchers' hands start sweating. It comes down the arm, gets on the hands. So that rosin bag dries it up a little bit, gets a little more tack.
On the ground, second base. McKinstry will only have the play to first. Wow, that looked like a tailor-made two. Instead, just have to take half of it.
Well, with all the help we've seen the defense give him on that road trip tonight, not quite as much. He's trying to do the spin throw here, and it hits him in the palm. Squirts out the end of the glove. Torque does a nice job with his footwork around the bag to make sure he secures that baseball, because that throw was almost errant. Got an out, though.
And a strike to Kuroda Grauer, who's 2 for 2 in the game, 5 for 6 in the series. That is a 500 average for his career.
If he puts it in play so far, it's been a hit. 2 infield singles today.
He might have. He didn't. What'd you think?
Yeah, there is a little bit of discretion if they think a guy's trying to get out of the way of a pitch while he's rotating. And I would say that's the only way that would make any sense that that's not a swing. Looked like a swing in real time.
We've seen that called a lot.
Yeah, no, that's very well have been a strike. Not reviewable. Baseball on.
Two and one. On the ground, a shortstop. That's McGonigal. That's Torkelson. Inning over. 2 Athletics stranded. 6-1 Tigers.
I can.
Tigers baseball on Detroit Sportsnet is brought to you by Wallside Windows, local and family owned, celebrating 82 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows, and by your Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers. Big night for Jake Rogers and Troy Melton. Tigers have the lead in the 6th, and we say hello to Daniela Bruce.
Hey, we always say you never know who you're gonna run into at the ballpark, and today it's WWE superstar Javon Evans. He's in town getting ready for Monday Night Raw at Little Caesars Arena on July 20th.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. You see me getting ready at a baseball game. You know, come on now.
What, getting ready at a baseball game? You into baseball?
You know, yeah. Come on. I am literally just getting started into getting into baseball. So this is a great start, you know?
Yeah, I love it. Great night for it. Great game that you're watching.
Yeah.
And for all our fans that are watching at home that may not be into WWE, what's unique about coming to an event like Monday Night Raw?
The excitement, you know, like Monday Night Raw and just WWE in general, like it's something different, you know, like you don't expect whatever you see, and then when you see it, you get excited. You have a great time, you feel me? So that's why y'all should pull up, especially July 20th at the Little Caesars Arena. Pull up on me. Come on now, Monday Night Raw, we there.
Yeah, get out there. And you've got a really unique catchphrase. So first of all, give me the catchphrase. Here we go.
So that boy is bouncy. That's what they say. Can't go too crazy.
Where did you get this from?
Oh, well, honestly, I just start doing like a wrestling move. And mid-move, I talk during my matches. Like, I talk a lot of trash. So I was springing up, and I said, that boy bouncy. And the crowd said it with me. And I was like, oh. But that was easy. You know what I mean? So now it's my catchphrase.
Do you have a go-to burn? Like you're saying you talk trash a lot. Do you have a go-to line?
I'd be like, well, I don't know if I can say it, but I'd be like, ugly ass, you know what I mean? Or dumb ass. That's what I say. That's what I say. Don't say that, kids. That's grown-up talk. You know what I mean? 21 and up, you go and say that. You get me?
All right, well, you say you're not super into baseball, but you did throw out a first pitch today.
I did.
Describe the experience. How'd it go?
I was nervous, but it was cool though. It was cool, and like just like the energy from the fans out here, right? It was insane, you know. And I can't wait to do another one, cause I feel like they might need me. You know what I mean?
They might.
Just in case, you know.
Yeah, get that arm loose. Okay. One last question for you. So our analyst up in the booth, Andy Dirks, he does jiu-jitsu, which I know is a little different than the type of wrestling that you do. Yeah. Any advice for him if he wants to get into it a little more?
Hey man, you keep on pushing. You keep on doing your thing. You know what I mean? If you come out to WWE, maybe we get in the ring and you can show me a little something, and I'll show you a little something, you know, straight like that.
Oh, I love it. The call out, Andy Dirks. Get to Monday Night Raw on July 20th.
Yo, please go.
Yeah, he looks way more athletic than me and much younger.
Please go. I'm telling you, if you go to Monday Night Raw, I will go with you, but only if I can chair shot you.
Can you be my quarterman? And then
I'm not going to be your manager.
You can be my manager.
I'm not going to be Paul Bearer.
I think you need to be my manager.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm not going to carry a tennis racket.
When they're not looking, you like whack them with something.
We got to make this happen. Look, Danhausen is from Detroit. We know he's a Tiger guy. So, like, we should go.
Yeah, no, I watched so much wrestling back in the day.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I thought I had some energy. That's next level energy.
See, I'm stuck on the idea of you going and being involved. Like, look, Pat McAfee's gotten involved.
Yeah.
Like Joe Tessitore does play-by-play.
They get smashed into tables.
Yeah, dude.
I got 5 kids.
I know.
I got 2 jobs.
You got to support the family, though. They'll pay you for a chair shot or get driven through a table.
It better be real good. L4, L5 vertebrae dislocated. Dude, you had to carry my bag the other day. My back was hurt so bad.
I did. 1 and 2 on Vierling. Go to first. And McKinstry is back. Mason Barnett, by the way, is a new pitcher for the Athletics, who lefties have hit better than right-handers have.
But if he really wants to go, I'll jump in there.
You will?
Of course I'd jump in there.
That is Andy Dirks versus Javon Evans. Coming up, Little Caesars Arena, Monday Night Raw. I think we've talked about it enough that we can make this happen. Our stage manager.
What are the Bet365 odds on that match?
Oh,
it's like
Chuck Fair, America's stage manager, looks terrified for you right now. 2 and 2, ground ball up the middle at second base. It's a race to the bag, and the out there for Kuroda Grauer, who scrambled to second base. McKinstry says, I think I'm out. He's right. And 2 down.
Grauer was looking for traction there, trying to get back to the bag, just beat him. After he gets it, you see a little slippage. Those spikes in the big leagues, they wear metal cleats. Gives you a little better traction, and that's why. You see, he's moving very quickly. That right foot plants. Cleat digs in. Gets the job done.
Jake Rogers, first pitch, strike 1. Big night for Jake. What a night. Off the bench, couple of hits, home run. He's the first Tigers catcher since Matt Noakes nearly 40 years ago to come off the bench with 2 hits and 2 runs. Amazing night. And he was right into the fray. I mean, it was 2-run homer. Single, he scores on the home run from Torque. And whatever angle you're looking through, Jake Rogers has been a game changer tonight.
That's so cool.
It's wide of third. It's foul. He's still alive. 1 and 2.
Mason Barrett primarily likes the 4-seam. He throws it 40% of the time. He's got a slider that you just saw there and a sweeper. And a curve. 3 different types of breaking pitches that he utilizes. They're all different speeds. 88, 83, and 79.
That's a foul ball with Vierling on the move. Looked like Matt had him timed up pretty well there.
Yep. It's amazing the scouting reports they have on every reliever that comes out of the bullpen. A lot of times bullpen guys are notoriously easier to run on than starters. For good reason. They don't pitch as many innings. But they will identify anything they can to say, hey, this guy, we can get an edge here, get a little better jump, get a little better read on him for whatever reason. Timing play. Anthony Sanders over at first is breaking it down. Telling him what's going on.
There's Anthony over at first base in his first year in the coaching box for the Tigers.
Put on a bat right here. Laying off that breaking ball away. Fouled off the four-seamer up.
Veerling's off. Fouled away again.
Keeps trying to sneak it by him just at that top rail. Jake keeps fouling it off. Hang him a breaking ball here. Probably that slider. 88 if you're a little bit behind the heater. And then they throw one of those hanging sliders at 88. It runs right into the barrel.
That'd be nice. 2-2. Check swing. He did not. 3-2. Kevin McGonigal looming. He is our CNL Ward on deck hitter. Frankie also looming. Three and two. That's ball four.
There's a quality at bat right there for Jake Rodge. 2 for 2 with a walk.
Walk number 6 for the Tigers tonight. And our Bet365 odds update, not about Andy Dirks and his wrestling career. It's about Kevin McGonigal, who's looking for hit number 2. He walked in the first. He singled and scored in the 5th.
Teams have shied away with the four-seam with McGonigal. We're going to have a little conversation here. They want to keep this to a 5-run ball game. They know that Kevin is a very dangerous hitter. They're going to have a discussion about how many breaking balls they're going to want to throw him and which types. He will throw a changeup just once in a blue moon to a lefty.
Well, let's see how they pitch Kevin here. Yeah. All year, it's been a wide range of what he's seen. Breaking ball heavy early. Now this month, he's only seen like 17% breaking ball. Look at the fastballs dipped in June. The league doesn't know how to pitch him yet.
Nope.
First pitch curve for a strike. He wants to challenge. They have 2 left. I'm scared of that microphone after last night. That is in there. It's a T-Mobile ABS challenge. It is a strike.
That big 12-6 breaking ball, it's about as hard as it is to challenge, whether or not it clipped the bottom of the zone. It's got a lot of vertical depth to it.
All it's got to do is trip that wire at the bottom.
Exactly. It can feel like it's lower than it is.
0-1 coming.
You see him, he said change up. He was talking to the coaches over there. Change up. Saw it. Check. That's why he doesn't throw a lot of them. I think he saw it out of his hand.
Check swing. He did not, says Wolfe over there.
Yeah, he's thinking about that 12-6 bender, and that's about where that 12-6 breaking ball needs to start for it to come down and be in the zone. That's why he got his body in motion, but it never broke.
2-1. No, sir. 3 balls and a strike. This night started with Kevin McGonigal seeing non-fastballs to a 3-0 count.
Yeah, Barnett's in big trouble here. If he throws him a fastball, he's going to smoke it. If it's middle in, put your earplugs in.
3-1.
Yep.
Slider.
Smart pitch and well executed by Barnett. Like you see, even in fastball counts, they are shying away from that pitch type. And now you got to have an even approach. He can throw any variety of his breaking pitches, but you still got to be able to compete enough against the fastball, hit it to left or foul it off.
Rogers at first, Veerling at second. 3-2. They'll be in motion. McGonigal, a tapper in front of the plate. Barnett throws to first and does get McGonigal by a step. Inning over. 6-1 Tigers on the Bet365 scoreboard.
Tiger Law.
Detroit Tigers Foundation is inviting Tigers fans to join in helping those affected by the recent earthquakes in Venezuela. From now through tomorrow, all donations made to the Tigers Foundation will support the American Red Cross Venezuela Earthquakes Relief Fund. You can give right now by visiting DetroitTigers.com/donate. Kader Montero on the hill for the Tigers, a native of Venezuela, who throws strike one to Cortez, leading off the 7th inning. One note from over the weekend. Former Tigers prospect Eliezer Alfonso made his major league debut with the Dodgers on Sunday night. Happened to be there. And Alfonso, a second-generation baseball player, his father was a San Francisco Giant for a couple of years, among others. Native of Venezuela. And it should have been the most joyous occasion for Alfonso, but he found out that day of his major league debut that his sister and stepmother both passed away in the earthquakes in Venezuela. And Tigers fans who follow the minor leagues will know the name from 10 years in the minors. He had just made AAA Toledo last year.
Oh, man.
And so Alfonso made his major league debut. He got a huge ovation at Dodger Stadium. It was a breathtaking moment, but it's also just one of the more heart-wrenching things you will ever hear. It's supposed to be your best day, your best moment. And there's a little tapper, third base side of the mound. Montero's on it, and that throw is going to end up somewhere that he didn't intend. It's an infield single for Cortez. But I was just thinking about it today when Justin Verlander was sitting at the podium, because JV, one of the things he said about his major league career as it stands right now at age 43 is that one of his favorite things is getting to see guys' debuts, getting to see that first moment, which he knows so well, and then what can flow from that. And congratulations from all of us to Eliezer Alfonso, and our hearts go out to him. And I bring it up in part because, people have followed him for a while, know the name, but also if you do have the wherewithal, if you do have whatever you can spare to donate to the relief fund, these are real humans and real lives that have been dramatically and tragically impacted by what happened in Venezuela over the past couple of weeks. One and one to Bolte. 2 balls and a strike. Right at shortstop, and that's on the ground, so they get one there, and that's all. You won't see a stranger path for a base runner than what Cortez just had to do over at first base. Look at the position he was at as that ball got to first. He went nowhere and couldn't go anywhere because McGonigal had his fate in his hands.
That he did. You got to freeze on the line drive. This one, it was a broken bat off the hands, and you see Cortez has to wait, and then he knows I got to get out of the way a little bit here because that throw is going to come pretty much through me.
Rare is the day where you see somebody who's out end up there.
Yeah, no, and that's one of those weird plays. Just a little soft line drive. He didn't know if McGonigal had a chance to catch it. He's like, I didn't know. I didn't know. He could have caught it, but maybe he would, maybe he didn't. If he did catch it, I got to get back to first. If he doesn't catch it, I'm going to end up kind of in like almost right field.
I love about Montero, as indecisive as Cortez had to be there, he's that decisive now on the mound. Like, he's got a lead. He's piping strikes to the one-hitter Geloff.
He trusts his stuff now, and for good reason. It's proven to be effective. His 2 types of fastballs always lead the charge, the 4-seam and the sinker.
Foul ball, 2 strikes. Here's a message from Rally House, Michigan.
The season starts at Rally House. From jerseys and hats to tumblers for game day, it's where outrageous selection meets every fan's style.
With Daniela Bruce downstairs, Andy Dirks upstairs, Jason Benetti, Denny Blunt, Andrew Blaustein, our entire crew downstairs in the truck and around Comerica Park, documenting Tigers baseball for you feverishly all night long. We get a challenge. It is strike 3 for now. And it remains strike 3.
And there go the athletics challenges. There's a little backup slider from Cater. One of the big improvements, Jason, remember he was 4-seam slider primarily. And he had to throw so many sliders. Like anytime he was in trouble, anytime he needed to swing and miss, it was kind of his go-to pitch. But he would hang them, he would throw too many of them. And then he developed the sinker, and the sinker starts running in on the righty's hands. Then he starts moving that up and away, and then he's got the pitch off of the slider. So he goes sinker in, slider away, and then the lefties, he can go sinker, 4-seam up. He's also figured out how to not throw that ball in the middle third of the zone. If you cut the zone up into thirds from bottom to middle to top, he throws a lot of balls at the bottom and the top, not a ton in that middle third zone. That's the happy zone. That's where hitters like the baseball.
McNeil was hoping for something in the happy zone very late in that at bat against Troy Melton. It was a sinker that torpedoed him. McNeil, though, probably is responsible for Troy Melton's exit in the 6th.
Yeah, it was a good battle. Deep in the count, fouled off a bunch of pitches. That's what veteran hitters, or just people with wherewithal, when a guy's got really good stuff, somebody's got to step in there, get after it, challenge him, foul pitches off.
This is a Tigers rotation right now that you'll blink and it's the 5th inning if you're an opposing offense. You better be careful because it's quick outs, it's a lot of strikes, and then suddenly you're kind of punchless and you've exhausted 15 outs.
All goes back to the strike throwing. 2 years ago, they made it very obvious we were going to be the best strike throwing baseball club in all of baseball, and they worked at it and they worked at it.
Into right field, that's a base knock for McNeil. Bolte to third.
They got a couple on for Langoliers, their best hitter. Little fastball up in the zone. McNeil's always had that flat bat through the zone. Hits a lot of line drives. Can hit the ball the other way, he can pull it. As you mentioned earlier, he's a batting title? A title batting. I was thinking about the WWE performance when I hold my title belt up after I beat Evans.
You're going to be the Intercontinental batting title holder. First one to Langoliers. Not surprising, it's a breaking ball.
They have pitched him backwards all series. It's worked well as long as they've gotten ahead. There's only been a couple of times. Langoliers has one hit in the series, was on a fastball yesterday. Got a base hit up the middle. Other than that, the Tigers have handled him. Going off speed, then to fastball.
Yanked that one, ball and a strike.
But he's a dangerous hitter.
"20 home runs for Langoliers. Oh, that's nice.
This is slowing it down with a knuckle curve. If that's a slider, it stays up. But because it's a knuckle curve, it's got a little more time to find the top of the zone. And this is where they've went fastball late in counts to put him away. We'll see who wants to make what adjustment. Is he going to set breaking ball, thinking Tigers are going to go breaking ball, or is he going to try to set with a heater?
Yeah, he came inside with a fastball. Good call. It's so interesting. You watch a series and You can pretty much sketch the scouting report after a couple of games.
Until a guy makes an adjustment, you know. And if the guy wants to make an adjustment, then you adjust back. But you see where those ball marks are, way up on the label. That's because all those 2-strike fastballs they've been throwing him. And he's late.
One-two coming. On the ground, back to Montero. He snares it and stares at first to retire the side. Coming up, the Figer Law 7th inning stretch. Don't mess with Montero.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Detroit Tigers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers.
This Sunday, July 12th at Comerica Park is a Chevy Sunday Kids Day. Kids 14 and under can enjoy face painting, free rides, and the chance to run the bases after the game. Don't miss out. Learn more at tigers.com/Sunday.
This pregame, the play ball kids walking along the warning track, and oh, it's Kevin McGonigal.
That guy, he's like the Beatles over there.
That is awesome.
That's really cool.
I bet you it's as cool for Kevin.
Yeah.
He's still in the early stages of like, oh, I got recognized for just being here.
Yeah, he's fairly recognizable now.
Sure is. A's go deeper into the bullpen for one of their left-handers, one of the three. It is Jose Suarez, the left-hander. Our wall sign windows pitching change. He is the 4th pitcher for the A's tonight. Well, look, Jeffrey Springs came in and had struggled with the home run ball all year long. He'd given up 24 of them. The Tigers paid that off with 2 of them. 5 of the 6 runs have come on homers, and that has been the story of the game so far at a large scale. Torque hit a 3-run homer in the 5th inning to create the distance that we have right now. 1-2 from Suarez. Jose Suarez, the left-hander out of Venezuela, with a 2-2, and Spencer Torkelson drives this foul wide left.
Torque hit a slider out his last at bat. This one almost hung up enough. He didn't want to give that ball up.
A couple of happy campers over there. Yeah. That is not a place you normally get a souvenir.
No, what were they up there ordering a beverage? And
only full-time fans get souvenirs up there. 2-2. Changeup for strike 3, and there is one away. Carhartt presents one of our favorite features on this telecast. We spin the wheel, we find out every day who gets anointed Tiger of the Day. So many Tigers to pick from. The randomizer lands on Sam McMacken, who played in 2 major league games in 1902. He kind of was the angel of death because his team or league folded 6 times.
Yeah, that's a rough break. Like, yeah, we're just going to play.
The line drive center field, base hit. You never want them to say, the check didn't count.
Yeah, no, you show up one day and it's like, hey, all right, boys, see you tomorrow. And then they send a messenger pigeon to your ranch because you have to ride your horse into town. And they say, hey, no game tomorrow or any other day after.
So
they're in.
They're in. You're not far away on Sam McMacken. He's from Ohio, but Ohio wasn't the big cities like Cleveland and Columbus and Cincinnati like we know now back in the early 1900s. Although it was a fairly prosperous place.
All right, make up your mind. Was it happening?
No, but they're not the same. They're not the same city.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, for sure. Got it.
He made most of his money in the roofing business.
Oh, really?
Sam McMacken was a roofer.
Was it like those mud thatch roofs, or was it like shingles? What kind of roofing material did they use?
No follow-ups, please. 0-1. Oh, that was awkward.
I always think what's funny to think about is, could you imagine going to a ballpark and there's just horses lined up, tied up outside because that's how everybody got to the ball game?
Yeah, it's crazy.
How did the player get to the ball game? They rode a horse.
Or walked. Or hired a handsome cab.
It's wild to think about how far baseball has come, how far the United States has come. Just, it's insane.
Well, think about the Polo Grounds. They used to have that cordon out there in center field. We've talked about it before. There were fans on the field.
Right. They made like a barrier, and then they would get out of the way as the ball came.
Yeah.
Like a reverse wave.
Correct. 0-2 for Colt Keith. Long hold from Suarez, and he pipes a sweeper.
He doesn't throw a ton of sweepers. Saves a few for a lefty once in a blue moon. Got cold on that one.
Two gone for Malgiri, who gets a chance against a left-hander once again. Don't forget 6:40 once again tomorrow. Jack Perkins, Framber Valdez, your pitching matchup. And the series finale. Tigers are hopeful that they could go for a sweep tomorrow night. Ben couldn't hold on. 1-1.
Everybody wants a fastball. Suarez wants to play a little different. Likes that changeup party. You know, I always wonder for a young guy that's coming into the league, if you just don't even worry about any pitch but the fastball for like a month. The problem is you don't get it. No, there's no takebacks with those at bats. Like if you could do two different sample sizes, one where you just go up there with a good approach, or one, and the other one you just swing for the fastball. And see how you end up.
So what do you think? What do you think the result of that is?
I think you'd get more hits if you just stayed with the fastball. Because even if you swing at the changeup, or even if, because you're going to take a few that are ball out of hand, but you're going to hit enough fastballs. Because you're not, if you're an everyday player, it's different. But if you're coming in off the bench,
I think they figure you out in 3 days.
Yeah.
I think you'd get 80% fastball or changeup by the time the next team came in.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Like any days, but I still think they're going to throw you some fastballs to hit, like 2 strike counts. They like to go fastball up. They like to mess around.
Strike 3.
But if he's just thinking fastball there, just a thought.
We got time during the break. We can talk it out. We'll let you know the result when we come back.
That swordfish won me.
Tigers baseball on Detroit Sportsnet is brought to you by Figer Law. All we do is win. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Jake Rogers, 2-run shot. Spencer Torkelson, 3-run homer. 6-1 Tigers, 6 outs to get. Darkening skies here at Comerica Park on a Wednesday night. We're hoping the rain stays away over the 24-hour span for tomorrow. Should. Its forecast has gotten better as the day's gone on today.
So happy to have you.
Because you made fun of me for it earlier. Tyler Holton is on our Woolside Windows pitching change. We are so happy to have you along.
Yeah, that's what you say.
6-1 Tigers lead.
You say it.
With
That's
Daniela Bruce downstairs, Andy Dirks, Jason Benetti.
There you go. Now I feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Let's watch Tyler Holton pitch against this lefty here.
How do you feel fuzzy inside?
I just get used to certain things. They bring me comfort. That's one of the things, and you didn't say it. And I was kind of like, well, why didn't you say you're not happy that everybody's here?
Did I say it softly?
It was good. I like the way you said it.
0-2. It's outside of ball and 2 strikes. Thank you for that. We reconciled our differences during the break. I see your point now.
Yeah.
On young hitters.
Yeah, right.
Previous conversation. You can rewind and watch it if you'd like. 1-2. Line drive, right field, and caught. Out number 1. Matt Vierling has moved over to right, and he makes the play. And there's one away, and a message from Figer Law.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, make Figer Law your first call. Figer Law. All we do is win. All we do is win.
Vierling moved to right because James Outman has jumped in center field. A.J. Hinch bringing in the defensive specialist Outman to protect a 5-run lead for Tyler Holton and company. And Tyler gets way inside on a fastball to Jacob Wilson.
He's done better. Oh, look at there.
Sunglasses on the warning track sounds a lot like a country hit.
They're all by themselves.
Yeah, how'd they get there?
Like in no man's land.
Because if they fell from the seats, they wouldn't have.
They got flung. Somebody flung those out there because that's the new wall is where the yellow line is, but the old wall is behind it, and there's a space in between the two.
But to fling them and land them like that is like the people who flip water bottles and land them on the cap.
Yeah. Odds aren't high.
It's a long way.
It looks like nobody's really looking down there trying to get them.
We have got to figure out the mystery of the lonely sunglasses. Ground ball to second. McKinstry throws to first. Where's Encyclopedia Brown when you need him? How about those? Those are like full Howard Hughes mode.
Yeah, those are the yellow ones. Good for skeet shooting.
Yeah, or singing Tiny Dancer.
Can Daniela Bruce interview those on the field?
And our Curado postgame interview, the sunglasses. Those are cool.
I've never seen you in sunglasses.
Really?
You got a pair?
I don't know if I have them with me. I don't think so. Thanks for asking, though. I have blue sunglasses.
I don't even know what that means.
Like those, kind of.
Oh, okay. Reflective.
But more like the yellow ones the guy had. I got them at the Maui Invitational. Bill Walton got them for me.
Oh, that sounds about right. Bill Walton. Always having a good time.
Oh, yeah. 1-2 for Butler. Tyler Holton and the Tigers have 4 outs to get to try to pick up win number 42 and pass AF in the standings. Two and two.
Holton's got that ERA down to 3.38. He's done a nice job here. The last about 10 outings. Changeup got a lot better, especially to the righties. Sweeper's been more effective. You saw the 4-seam earlier getting in on the righty. That's a big pitch for him.
Party in the back of the glove. Strike 3. Butler wanted to challenge. He couldn't. Sunglasses want to go home. They can't. Everybody's stuck. Well, somebody noticed the sunglasses, and they're going off to the lost and found beach. It's beautiful this time of year. Get to hang out next to unwanted scarves. That's, oh, yep, the old Surfside lost and found. Gary Carpenter popped out his first time. He came into pinch hit in the 6th inning to lead off. It's 2 strikes on Carpenter. We got to get to the bottom of how those sunglasses ended up there tomorrow.
Well, I'm sure somebody dropped them or threw them over. I don't think they sprouted legs and jumped over.
Check swing. And Jim Wolf says strike 3. That is the first time we've checked on a swing with Jim Wolf, and he hasn't been blowing a bubble with his gum. All in a day's work for Wolfie.
I like Wolfie. He's always smiling, having a good time.
Yeah, he's great.
Making the most out of every situation.
One down, Zach McKinstry. First pitch is in there, a strike.
Man, you think one of these lefties he's gonna start that breaking ball, that right hip, and they're gonna fire and go ejecto mode way back. That's one of those, if you time that up right, you can hit it a mile.
You know that feeling. That's your right field corner.
Yeah, if it starts behind you, just wait about a millisecond and then swing. If it's fastball, you look a little stupid, but if it's breaking ball, you look amazing.
Ground ball first base for round number 2. Two down for Vierling. Matt is 0 for 4 today at the top of the card.
Yeah, Suarez gets through this inning. He might go out the next inning, which would be big for this bullpen if they can't come back in the game. But it'd be good to get some game pressure on here.
Popped up. I hope there's no bottom 9. Wilson at shortstop makes the catch. Tigers have 3 outs to get when we come back.
Big Logan Reaver here with Bobby Scales getting you ready for Tigers postgame. Looking at the notes, Troy Melton, very good at striking people out. Career high in strikeouts. We get into his day, but you know the postgame is going to be good, Bobby, when we're throwing around terms like swagalicious. But that is not what we want to talk about. You have an unlikely hero that you'd like to highlight.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, bro.
Well, you'll hear him here on postgame coming up here for the end, guys.
That is the greatest tease.
Yeah. He said swagalicious, and Bobby's like, I can't hear you.
I didn't hear any
I'm out on that.
That is amazing. It is the only thing you can do in that spot, by the way.
Yeah.
Bo Brisky gives up a single on the first pitch. Kuroda Grauer's got another hit. He's 3 for 4 tonight. He was 3 for 4 yesterday. He's 6 for 8 in the series.
They're just going to have new stats for him all the time, and then pretty soon it's going to be like the last player to be 22 for his first 42. Some guy that played in 1902.
You love the guys from 1902.
For sure.
You love Sam McMacken, Carhartt Tiger of the day. Here's Cortez. I would venture to say this is an enormous outing for Bo Brisky. Can you keep everybody else off the mound? Can you close this game? Or will side windows pitching change?
And just to have a clean outing, not give up any runs. You know, it's a lot of it with Bo is always that four-seam fastball. If Bo can get his fastball working in the right spots, then he can go to the breaking ball, the changeup. But he's not a guy that's going to come in and throw 50% changeup, 40% breaking ball. The fastball has to work.
Fly ball center field. It's Outman tracking it. Straight away, he makes the catch, 1 down.
I will never forget for the rest of my life that outing that Bo Brisky came in 2024 in Baltimore with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Yeah.
Insanity.
That was a Trey Sweeney game, right?
Yeah, Trey Sweeney made that catch. Threw the ball back in. Like to see some more of that for Bo in his future.
With all the injuries this bullpen has had and all the interchange, he would be a very nice piece, and that slider is strike one.
Yeah, we see that fastball. When he is really throwing it, he can get that fastball into the upper 90s. He even touched 100 a couple years ago. Dealt with some injuries. Trying to get back into form.
Ball and a strike on Bolte.
Bolte's got good speed. If he puts it on the ground, it's not a sure double play.
One. 1-2.
That's a good sinker. That's not a pitch he throws a ton.
If it looks like that, he should throw it more.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Mix between that and the four seam.
One and two. Bo Brisky gets strike three. Nasty slider, 2 down.
It's a good job. He went sinker in, four seam in, and then slider away. Get Bolte thinking something hot coming in. Throw the bender down and away. It's good pitching.
Kenley Jansen is up just in case. Bo Brisky would like to take care of this himself and get to the finish line. Runner goes. Kuroda Grauer takes second. If they call it a stolen base, it would be his first of his career, but they won't. One out to Geloff.
This is where Bo, when the hitter knows the fastball's coming, he's got to get into a position where he's got a fastball variety or a location with that pitch that they're not going to do damage on.
Two and 0. It's in. Three and 0 to Geloff. Strike. Geloff thought that thing was going to hit him. It just barely kicked the zone on the way by.
See if he can work his way back into a count here.
Always want to have the final out on video if you can. 3 and 1. Popped up. How nice would it be if Jake Rogers squeezed the final one? He's got it. Jake's the star tonight. He caught Troy Melton off the bench. Jake Rogers secures a Tigers win, 6-1.
Couple long balls, one from Jake Rogers, one from that guy right there. Spencer Torkelson scored 5 runs. Tigers scrapped another one in the first. It was all Tigers tonight. Pitching was excellent. They played a well of a ball game, and when the Tigers are playing this way, Jay, when they're hitting big flies, when they're pitching well, passing the baton offensively, it's good days ahead. Now they can go ahead and sweep the series tomorrow, then have Philly coming in, and if they continue playing like this up before the All-Star break, they got a real shot of being right back in it.
They do. That's the plan. We'll see what they can do in the next 4 days before the All-Star break. On a day Justin Verlander announced his retirement, one of the most competitive guys to ever win this uniform, wear this uniform. The Tigers get a victory 6-1, and we say farewell. For Denny Blunt, Andrew Blaustein in the truck, everybody downstairs, Daniela Bruce, Andy Dirks, Jason Benetti. So glad to have you along tonight for a Tigers win. Logan Reaver, Bobby Scales.